makes me feel like a man.
You want every team to lose any other game? Sorry. Bailey Zappi just put another dime. You know what? Wait. Time out. Are you kidding? That's what I'm gonna try to drop a mic.
Yeah, shout out to Nick Wright, Warner Brothers podcast. We're here.
Why are we shouting out Nick Wright?
Oh,
because Nick Wright was right. He don't go.
No, he's a huge Chiefs fan. That's why. So we're gonna get right into this. We know why we're here. We know what this is. Instant reaction, which we have never done really an instant reaction podcast to anything. Shout out to that for sure. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs capture back-to-back championships, their third championship in 5 seasons. They are now officially a dynasty.
Time out. I just want to point out to everybody listening, watching, Duke is a Raiders fan who's a division rival of the Chiefs, and you swear to God, Duke's a Chiefs fan. What is this?
No, I had a Raiders shirt on. I had a Raiders shirt on underneath this. I had a Raiders shirt on underneath this.
This is nasty work right here.
They won in my stadium. They don't. Patrick Mahomes never lost in Allegiant Stadium. I told y'all, he the
disgusting work. It's disgusting work right here.
Okay, so here's let me just already before we go into this. Let me just. Okay, he had an overtime touchdown in Super Bowl. You know who did that? Tom Brady did that. He has 7. So let's just. Oh yeah, I forgot. Right to get James White. Oh yeah, that one.
Got cheated into like 3 of his Super Bowls because Vinatieri and and they didn't want a Marshawn Lynch, a person as black as you during Black History Month to win the Super Bowl MVP. So they threw the ball.
They wanted a hybrid. I can't blame them for wanting a hybrid.
The Keenan.
They want.
Now we
anyways,
Tom Brady.
Branndon, we don't get you on angry energy often, and we have you here. I want you to instantly tell me about your thoughts of the game and just go.
Yeah, Branndon, hate on the whites. Brandon.
So everybody that knows me, I absolutely fucking hate the Chiefs. I hate Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
I hate Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
You look like Travis.
Man, fuck him. Okay.
Brandon Kelce.
I don't know. I didn't really. So I stopped watching the game after Usher's halftime performance. I kept up with it via the ESPN app on my phone.
Did
so
you
I was
actually?
aware what was going on. Yeah. No, yeah.
Oh man.
I was at my parents' house, and I left my parents' house and came back to my house, and I just kind of lost interest in it just because it was so slow, and then it picked up, so I kept up with it a little bit, and then when San Francisco stalled out in the red zone, when they kicked that field goal, I knew I was like, I feel like I was telling Duke earlier, I closed everything out because I knew exactly what was going to happen. I'm like, they're just going to march down 75 yards and score. I think I hate it for Kyle Shanahan. 0-3 in the Super Bowl with a double-digit lead. I hate that for him. I really wanted to see him win. I wanted to see San Francisco win as well too. That way, Brock Purdy could kind of knock off the game manager label.
He had a good game. I think he knocked that off.
Which he did.
I think he did,
but
off. That's not his fault. It was not his fault.
There's still going to be people that are going to be like, oh, he's a game manager, or is he that guy, or like whatever. He's an average quarterback. Blah blah blah. I don't necessarily think that Kyle Shanahan called a bad game. I honestly put majority of the blame on Steve Wilkes for the defense because there were questionable calls like that. The third and long, whatever play it was, that came out in cover 0. You got 5 or 6 people lined up. What was it, 8-9 yards in the
in the backfield?
In the backfield.
Yeah,
in the backfield. You're playing zone coverage on top of that, so you're automatically giving up so much yardage at that point. And there was one point where on the broadcast on my phone, I saw Kyle Shanahan, he called a timeout when Wilkes came out in a defensive set like that. Mm-hmm. Because he's like, I don't like this. So, what happens? Steve Wilkes goes out and does that shit again. And then, when Kansas City comes back out in overtime, playing soft zone coverage. They went away from everything that was working in the first and second quarter from showing zone coverage and really playing man coverage. and you have Charvarius Ward on Rashee Rice. You've got, Fred Warner on Travis Kelce, and then Jair Brown helping as well with that too. And you just go away from that. So I think majority of the blame, honestly, I would give it to Steve Wilks. I think as the game went on, I think Steve Wilks just kind of his defensive play calling just went downhill. And then I also think too, Jake Moody.
He got scared.
I think so. And then I think if Jake Moody didn't get that point attempt block, it might be a little bit of a different game. I still think they probably score, but it might change up the end of the game a little bit. We might not have OT or anything like that.
If that holding call doesn't get called either in that OT, I think that game's done faster than everybody realized. I think they even just kick a field goal. I think the fact that they even went down to Travis or not Travis, well, shout out my guy. But Patrick had to go 75 yards and get the tutty. Yeah, bugging. This was a Chiefs win through and through.
It was a win.
Brock Purdy was 15-yard line. They should have got in the end zone. You can't leave nothing for Travis. And I feel you with that. And I feel you with that with Kyle Shanahan even calling that timeout on that defensive play, which I think they should have switched up their play because I feel like that messed it up because you can just tell.
Yeah.
You know who the other person on the other side of the field is, like you said.
And that's what kills me because after he calls the timeout, then he goes right back to that same set. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you don't call cover 0 against a team that's going to kill you with underneath routes.
Smoke.
You don't do that.
Especially if you're giving you an extra minute and a half with Andy Reid.
That's what was disappointing to me the most is I feel like the 49ers genuinely, and I'm not saying this because I wanted the Niners to win, but I genuinely feel like the Niners outplayed the Chiefs the majority of that game. They opened the game just carving them up on offense. They were getting whatever they wanted. It seemed like the entire first half. Second half it got a little weird, especially the fourth quarter with the special teams and everything. We got some amazing kicks from each kicker. Moody would have been a question mark going into the game, and for his bad moment to be on an extra point, it's a little weird. But then he follows that up with a 53-yard field goal. Then, of course, we get overtime. Like you said, Purdy played great. And, that last drive was just weird by Wilks. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't necessarily call a terrible drive as much as he did a conservative drive. But it's like, what do you do in that situation when you're playing against Pat Mahomes? If you sell out, the game could have been done much earlier. Granted, they were having great success early in the game.
Hey, let's not act like he didn't get a fourth down, too, though. He got a fourth down on that, playing the way he did.
Sure.
Or calling it the way he called it. He did get a fourth down on that. So I'm not completely sold.
If he did, I just question the all-out blitz when you're sending both your middle linebackers up the corresponding A-gaps. And you're taking Fred Warner out of the middle of the field, and you're leaving where there's Rashee Rice or whatever, open in the middle. And to me, that was questionable. Because it's like before that, you were getting to Mahomes with just a 4-man rush with Bosa and Chase Young. Because they were living.
That's the thing.
They were living.
They had
Chase
Mahomes
Young for playing a great game finally.
Yeah, exactly. They had him in hell that first half. They really did. And I get that you have to get a little more conservative, especially the 2-minute operation against Mahomes. You can't really sell out, but it just seems like a bad deck of cards for the Niners, honestly. Like, I felt bad for their fans after that game. It just felt like a shitty loss for them. Like, they outplayed the Chiefs.
You gotta get your shit off. Big Keen just shaking his head. You gotta get his shit off. My dog gotta get his shit off.
Kyle, you keep talking. You go.
No, I feel bad for Niners fans. I can't. I guess I feel good for Chiefs fans because we've been there. We felt that. But it genuinely feels like, I don't know, if you watch this podcast the whole year, I didn't think the Chiefs were a great team. And even though they're sitting here with a Super Bowl ring, a Super Bowl championship, another Lombardi trophy, I still don't feel like they were even a top 5, top 6 team. There was other teams that were more consistent than them all year. And they still come away with it.
They got the best quarterback. They're not the best team.
They got the best quarterback, and I don't even think that was a phenomenal game from him. Like, he played a great game. Don't get me wrong. Like, Mahomes did his thing. No hate here. Props to Mahomes. Props to Mahomes. Props to the Chiefs. Whatever. But I don't think he played no heroic game. You know what I mean? I don't want to. Who knows what the media is going to be like tomorrow and all that, national media, whatever.
I can tell you exactly what the media is going to
be. How
like.
can you not? It's heroic if I get scored a 75-yard drive touchdown in OT.
I said it was great. It was great.
I've already seen what it's like.
Heroic. That's a heroic moment.
It was great.
Mahomes
and if you want,
what's going to be the conversation.
And if you want me to, if you want me to pin it on one person, the way we kind of pinned it on Wilkes, I would pin it on Andy Reid. I thought Andy Reid called a great drive with those screen passes, the one to Kelce, and I think he had one to Pacheco.
That second down one? Oh, my God.
I thought those were the two calls. I think that kind of sealed it, because once you get Mahomes inside the 10.
BP was talking about, like, where Steve was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Because genuinely, I mean, the Niners had good coverage most of the game. They gave Mahomes fits most of the game. But when Mahomes was just going underneath and you got him outside the pocket, that's where Mahomes excels. And then, of course, you know, he had, well, I didn't realize the overtime overlaps into a second overtime. I didn't realize it didn't stop at 0. Because then, you know, if it just stops at 0 like any other overtime, then we really do have a different ball game here. Then he's playing for the game on that second down, and who knows, maybe that same play happens, whatever. But I don't know. Overall, really good game. I'm disappointed in the outcome, but props to the Chiefs. They're a championship team. No hate over here.
Give credit to the Chiefs too.
Give credit where credit's due.
They did play a good game.
But credit to the Niners too. Niners deserve. They were worthy champions. Worthy contenders. Get the fuck out of here. But Mahomes is on his way. You can have a little debate now. You can have a little. You can say he's on his way, but you know. You gotta get at least that many more. Maybe that many more.
Fine.
Yeah, he's still underneath Montana. Exactly.
Still, but I think Tom's still underneath Montana if we want to keep it 100.
Okay, so what? Okay, I'm now interrupting. I was been quiet for 10 minutes.
Give him the Prince crown.
No,
Brady got the King crown. You got to give Mahomes the Prince crown.
Okay, so let's just that Montana comment can go all the way out to Santa Clara. Like that can go straight out there with Montana. I don't. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm talking about he's been there two and a half times more than Montana has even been there. So let's not talk. He almost doubled him in wins. Let's not even talk about that. I'm going to talk about Mahomes today. This is a Patrick Mahomes conversation today. Congrats to the Chiefs. Congrats to Patrick Mahomes. This very much upsets me because now I get to hear people like this who want to call people the GOAT after 6 years.
I think Duke knows Brady's the GOAT.
No,
I think he's egging on. But
I think he's trolling.
Yeah, but anyways, even trolling or not trolling, whatever. He is just part of many. But here's the thing: it's like you guys they didn't figure out your defense. Like it wasn't like they were just carving you up left and right. It's 2nd and 14 after Marquez Valdez-Scantling decides to not go down with it.
Like an idiot.
And you're protecting the sticks. What are you doing? You want to force him into a 3rd and long. If you're that worried about Mecole Hardman and Scantling going 75 over the top of your head, that's a problem. They don't have Tyreek Hill anymore. Kadarius Toney, who is supposed to be their talent, couldn't even see the field. What are you doing? You may not have to play press, but at least play up. You want that to be 3rd and 14, not 3rd and 6.
Force him to use the weapons.
Yeah. Force Mahomes to stack the box. If Mahomes rolls out of the pocket, gets by Nick Bosa, after 5 seconds of coverage, Justin Watson breaks open and he throws a 17-yard ball for a 1st down. You know what you do? You tip your cap to the best quarterback in the league. That's what you do. You don't easily give him 7 to 8 yards. This isn't rookie year Mahomes where he feels he needs a big play. He understands now, okay, I've got 3 downs to get 14 yards. I don't have 1. Okay, let me get 7 here. Let me get 5 here, and then I can get a 4th down, and then I can go get 2. Easy. Yeah. What are we doing? So those are the things that they weren't doing early. Rush 4, edge contain, Bosa stay outside, Chase Young stay outside. You just completely collapse the pocket. You make it so he can't get outside. They were doing it all game long.
I think one of them needed to go every play.
Yeah, no. First,
it doesn't matter. We're going to do an outside blitz, either Chase going or Nick going.
They were doing it. They were doing it all game. They're rushing 4, dropping 7, making things look difficult for him. And Mahomes obviously didn't have the greatest of games early on. Late, what did he do? Mahomes stuff, best quarterback in the league stuff, GOAT level stuff. But he's not that. Let's calm down with all of that. But yes, if you had to say we need a 6-year stretch, a realistic 6-year stretch of work to try to surpass Tom Brady, he just completed it. That's great. Chapter 1 is complete. You're on your way to doing that. Now you need to go do it for chapter 2, and then chapter 3, and then chapter 4.
If he retired tonight, he's not the GOAT.
No. He's not close.
You know
7
that.
years,
He's
6
not
AFC
close.
championships, 4 Super Bowls, 4 appearances, and I'm 3-time Super Bowl MVP. I'm the GOAT.
Pause. Okay.
I
We
want to
got
point out
we
a stat
got
real quick.
we got 10 Super Bowl appearances.
What
We
you got,
got
Brandon?
30
Hold up.
wins. We got 7 wins.
That's a 20-year
5
span.
MVP.
You're talking about a 20-year span. I'm not talking about a 20-year span. Just like you said, if we go through a 6-year span, 7-year span, and you look
did
at
the
me
exact
for what
same
I
thing.
did for what I did, there's people who call Megatron like top 3 running back of all or
Okay,
wide
so-
receiver of all time because but he only played for that little bit of time.
Okay,
You
I
still
got
did
you.
what you did. He's still
got a
the
high
only
peak.
Not a double team corner. That's crazy.
It's like we were talking about Terrell Davis. Mahomes probably got the highest peak out of all of them. You could even argue that about Rodgers, really.
Yeah,
but
okay.
hey, you know what you gotta do.
I'm gonna
the
let-
guy who comes before you. You gotta exceed him. You gotta exceed him.
Okay, well, so I'm just saying when the 6-year stretch is exactly what Brady did, but he beat Mahomes in that to get that twice. That's all I'm going to say. He did the exact same thing over a 6-year stretch. 3 championships, 4 appearances, 6-8 straight AFC championship games. Yes, Branndon, go on with your stat.
So they pointed out during the game too, in terms of playoff wins between a head coach and quarterback duo, and Brady and Belichick were at 30, and then the win tonight they were at 14 before the win. They're at 15 now. So I think there's obviously still a long way to go. And who's not to say, like, with the health of Joe Burrow coming back, you know, with Cincinnati's going to be there. Your Baltimore's, your Buffalo's going to be there.
The Chargers
Not
are
to say
going
that
to
maybe-
be Jim Harbaugh with my man Herbert, who I think is number 2 quarterback in the league.
Maybe Jacksonville figures it out. You know, I mean, the NFL, it's going to get harder and harder every single year for them to get back to the Super Bowl because the NFL is going to get it's going to keep on getting more and more competitive.
Okay, we're going to let that Justin Herbert, second best quarterback in the league, slide right by.
You heard it here first. Warner Brother.
We're gonna let
Justin
that.
Herbert is the new Peyton Manning, and you're.
Yo, Brandon throwing up the T.
Yeah, wait.
Hey, listen.
No. He's not top 5 in his conference.
I will say this.
You know who's in my conference? The GOAT. The motherfucking GOAT.
He's probably top 5 in the conference.
He would be 5.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson are confirmed better than him, and I would probably take C.J. Stroud over him.
Sure.
But that's the argument.
That's a good take. You sound
But
crazy.
I would take CJ.
But that's the argument right there.
Y'all
with
sound
CJ.
crazy as hell, bro.
I'll say this.
If he doesn't get injured this year, we having a whole different conversation. So I ain't really gonna press y'all. I love it. I love the energy.
Fair enough.
I'll say this.
Yep.
I'll say this. Look, the Chiefs are going to be better next year. They're going to get someone on offense who's an impact player, right? That AFC West is going to be much better. As you said, Harbaugh's coming. You got Antonio Pierce with Oakland, with
we
Vegas.
about to get a quarterback too. Real Raiders.
Right? Broncos, who knows? They're probably going to be the worst team in that division, you would think. But you're going to have 2 teams that can genuinely probably contend. We don't know what the rosters look like, but they're going to be much better, both the Chargers and the Raiders next year. The AFC overall is going to be better. We're going to get a Chiefs 3-peat attempt, and we didn't even think this team was that good. Nobody's ever 3-peated in the NFL.
You believe it?
I'm already ready for next year's NFL. I cannot wait already. Start the season up right now. I cannot wait. I know Brandon was in the group chat. I got to tell you, emotional Brandon's my favorite Brandon. Like, he will be like, he texted us the day before in the group chat. I think he might have been texting me talking about, man, we're the 5th worst team in the East, talking about the Miami Heat. And then I think he came on here the other day and was like, you know what? I think we're the 2nd or 3rd best team in the East.
I'm up and down,
He's talking to the group chat, talking about, I don't like the NFL, this and that. He's going to be just as invested once September 1st rolls around, whatever it is.
Kyle, don't even say September. The second he sees someone running on a pro day, he's going to be back. He's like, we got it.
Sure.
The second he sees someone running at the combine, he's going to be pumped. Don't let him wait until September.
Jacksonville signs T. Higgins, then all right, here I come.
You're going to be scouting on the field. You know that meme with the black dude with the glasses that look like Keenan?
That's it right there.
It's gonna be Branndon.
Hey, sometimes I just say the first thing that comes to my mind. I'm like, damn. I'm like, right when I'm thinking, right after that game is, I'm like, man, fuck, I need college football.
No.
That is what you said. Yeah, you were all about. You're like, thank God college starts in 3 months. I'm like, damn, he's ready for spring football.
Listen. The XFL's coming around the corner soon. We've got March Madness. We've got basketball. We got All Star Weekend next week. I'm telling you what, we got
our WNBA fantasy.
We got WNBA. We got way more to worry about for this Mahomes thing. I just need to. I'm gonna just have to hear for a 6.
There's nothing better than the GOAT. This is what you want.
Listen.
Congratulations. This is the GOAT we're talking about. Are you not entertained? Talk about
congratulations to him.
We gotta pull Duke's Raiders card.
Yeah, that's
disrespectful, bro.
Antonio Pierce fan club. Your card has been revoked.
Shouts to Mahomes on Team Lightskin. Shouts to the whole Lightskin fam. But yeah, we gotta pull Duke's Raiders card for sure. We gotta pull it.
No, that was
take his Randy Moss jersey. Take his who else played for the Raiders? Who's the old school Raiders player?
Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen, Ken Stabler.
Who was the psycho ass linebacker that I'm thinking? Take his Bill Romanowski jersey.
All day.
Charles Woodson.
I just took it off. This is not even my shirt. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all.
Take his Namdi
shirt for free. I just put it on because my man win. I had it on all day, bro. They were playing that.
Take his Namdi Asamoah jersey.
Oakland Raider. I'm not even an LA Raider. I'm not even a Vegas Raider. I'm an Oakland Raider, bro. I'm from the streets, the struggle.
That'd be like Petty. That'd be like Petty shilling for C.J. Stroud, like if he won a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, absolutely. I would never.
I think if C.J. Stroud won the Super Bowl, we all would be up here with a C.J. Stroud jersey on. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'll be out break dancing.
Not Petty. Probably not Petty.
Fan. I wouldn't.
You a hater.
Listen, I'm fine. Listen, I'm going to let you know I'm not up here with the Josh Allen jersey of the Bills when I'm not up here with an Aaron Rodgers jersey of the Jets when I'm not here with a Tua Tagovailoa jersey of the Dolphins when absolutely not.
That's different. We're talking about a rookie who actually would have did some.
No, listen, we can say that.
No, but you celebrate the Chiefs, dog.
Yeah.
I'm celebrating Pat Mahomes. I don't care about the Chiefs.
You're celebrating Black History Month.
Black quarterbacks, baby. You can't hate
Black History Month.
Branndon hating racist. Anyway.
Oh, hell no. Hey, man, I said congrats to the Chiefs, okay? I gave them their flowers.
No, you did. We all gave the Chiefs. The Chiefs definitely deserve it. Andy Reid showed why Branndon and I were talking about him being a great coordinator and offensive play caller. He really showed out, and he showed late in game what he can do. Mahomes made all the plays that he needed to do. Kelce made big plays when he needed to. Obviously, Hardman with the big catch at the end, but that's an easy catch, but still obviously a huge catch. It was for the Super Bowl. So the Chiefs did exactly what they needed to do to win that game. They stayed close early when they couldn't get anything going, made a couple plays, and then late made the plays down the stretch. So kudos to the Chiefs. I don't really have much else to say other than kudos to the Chiefs. They definitely deserve it. Mahomes is not the GOAT. He's just not the GOAT. We just need to calm down on that.
I got a real question for all y'all. Do y'all really think Andy Reid called those plays at the end, or was it?
Yes, 100%.
100%.
I think
he put the paper over the face.
I think that's where you tell Matt Nagy to go sit down next to Steve Spagnuolo. And just wait. Don't worry about it. Like this is not.
Give me the play sheet, little man.
This is where that's Mahomes and that's Reid. That's Mahomes and Reid. That's Mahomes and that's Reid. That's it. That's all I have to say. One more thing before, because I know obviously we always have to work in the morning and do our things. One thing I do want to mention though, Usher was fire. Oh, Kyle doesn't, but Kyle has a flight to catch. I have work in the morning, but Usher was fire.
Let's talk. Well, two things. Usher, first of all, I think we can all agree, good overall performance.
You know, it was fire. Yeah, absolutely.
By the way, when he hit the group chat saying the halftime performance was trash, I don't know what he was watching.
What?
When he got some bugged out tapes. When he got some bugged out tapes.
When he's going in the timeout box.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Give him the tea, hey, Brad.
Absolutely.
I don't know what more Winnie wants from a legend, but hey. But guess what? Similar to the last time the Niners were in the Super Bowl, or I guess 2 times ago when the Niners were in the Super Bowl, Beyonce stole the show. Beyonce had a commercial where she dropped new music, The girls were passing out all over social media because she was dropping new music. It even just appeared in a Super Bowl commercial. So she apparently dropped 2 new songs. I know one of them is called Texas Hold'em. I don't know what the other one's called. So that's a big deal. So that'll be the story aside from this coming out.
And
tomorrow.
Taylor Swift, of course, because
And T Swift.
Taylor Swift got you. No. She's just.
Beyonce
she's
dropped
just.
too.
Taylor Swift's gonna get a
I know
Super Bowl
Beyonce
ring.
dropped. Come on, son.
Taylor Swift's gonna get a Super Bowl ring. So.
But I ain't-
Oh yeah,
you think she
will.
Super Bowl?
I'll say this
She
too.
might.
She
She's richer than everybody else on that team, including the owner. So like she might.
She deserves to win.
She has that kind of clout.
Surf, you can get a Super Bowl ring. That's
Yeah, she has that kind of clout. Kyle, what were you saying?
Wait, she's getting a ring?
Oh no, I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there that she's gonna get a Super Bowl ring.
oh yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I was on the train early that I think the Kelce Swift partnership is fugazi. Didn't think it was genuine at all. I still really don't. You see them; they were hugging after the game. Taylor Swift's hugging him like a quarterback, like Mahomes would hug Travis Kelce. Like
They
she's
did
just
their
like
first
she's
public
patting
hit.
him. She's patting him on the back. Like
yeah,
that.
incest.
They still don't look like a legit couple to me. I think that's fugazi still. I really
It
do.
just looks weird.
It doesn't look genuine. It doesn't.
So I'm not hating though. I'm not gonna hate. I you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
You got she flew from Japan to be in Vegas.
She
for
did.
You. That's love. I don't know what
No,
love
like
is.
she's
I don't
doing
even know
she's
a
doing
girl
a
gonna
lot
travel
right now.
I just
13
think it's a lot.
minutes for me. She traveled 13 hours.
Unless there's a baby though, I'm gonna think it's PR. That's just me.
No,
that might
she's-
sound like hate, but I'm just reading the body language on the hugs. I'm like, that
You
looks
doing
like
light
a
skin
friend.
hate, bro? It's Black History Month.
No,
Man.
Hey,
Travis,
See,
right. My
Travis
fault.
Kelce,
My fault.
Branndon Kelce's brother.
It's real if we see it next season. It's real if we see it week 1 next year.
If they see it next season, are we
you
saying
kidding?
it's a three-peat?
Listen,
I don't think they three-peat unless they get significant. I mean, hey,
I'm not saying
We
a
didn't
word
hear-
right
we
now.
hear this shit.
I'm not saying a word.
Her catch
didn't.
situation is going to be rough next year. They're losing Chris Jones, L'Jarius Sneed. Like they're losing a
Yeah,
bunch of
their
contributors.
off season. Their off season's tough, but they also have drafted very well with like McDuffie. They've drafted very well. Rashee Rice looks like he can take that next step. So we'll see. I mean, that game could have actually been over in regulation if we wanted to. He threw it to Rashee Rice in the middle of the field instead of throwing it to Kelce. That could have been over in regulation, and that would have been tough too. But anyways, I think that the Chiefs next year are obviously they're live. They're clearly live, of course. But obviously, as we said, Burrow's coming back. Lamar is not going to go down easy. You've got Josh Allen to see what they do. C.J. Stroud with a full year under him now. Trevor Lawrence, hopefully, with a chip on his shoulder. Anthony
King
Richardson coming
Herbert.
back.
Stop disrespecting King Herbert.
Listen, I hadn't gotten there yet. I was going to say Herbert as well. Obviously, we don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to look like. If he does look good, then maybe the Jets could be something. Typically, 4 new playoff teams, NFC and AFC, come in and come out every single season. So we'll see who the new teams are. Like, we know the Chiefs are going to be around. They're going to be the final 8. So we know the Chiefs are going to be around there. So if they can get to the final 4 and the final 2. So
I also
Y'all
want to
think-
say,
Y'all think
Go ahead,
Aaron
go ahead.
Rodgers really going to come back?
I think he probably
I'm
does.
saying
but
be effective is what I mean. 'Cause that's
I think he can be, but I don't know.
I'm not betting on it.
Yeah, I'm not betting on Achilles injury.
I wouldn't.
I'll
If
go
If it was a
back.
different, if it was a different franchise, maybe they still got solid. They still got Jets are a joke.
Especially at that age, too.
Yeah, no, that's going to be tough.
If that was the Dolphins, maybe. I do want to say, the Niners. They lived in these NFC Championship games.
Yep.
They're intermittently in and out of the Super Bowl. They're still built. They're still
Oh,
built. Like
absolutely.
Purdy's going to come back better. Purdy's going to come back with a ton of confidence. People expect him to shit all over himself.
He did nothing wrong in this game.
He didn't.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
At all.
They're going to still have all their weapons. All their weapons are relatively young. It's going to be hard for them. Like, the NFC is going to get better. The Eagles are right there if they can just instantly improve. But, hey, the Niners get a little better on defense. Who knows? We could be looking at another, 4-loss, 3-loss season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Duke, we already pulled your card, Duke. It's too late,
Look,
bro. We've
hey,
seen
hey,
it. We've
listen.
seen it, bro.
I'm getting Caleb Williams, you hater.
You're not getting Caleb Williams at all unless you're giving him rights to the entire organization.
Let me have hope. The year's over, bro.
No.
Mahomes to go. Just let me have hope. Let me get
Where
Caleb.
you guys drafting at 8? Where you guys
No, we
drafting?
draft mad late. We about to trade up, to be honest, but nobody wants to. We draft mad late. We got to trade crazy to trade up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we
no,
can't
that's
get-
like a. Yeah, no, you're not getting Caleb, regardless.
Stop hating on me, King.
We're
I
not
love
hating.
You, black brother.
The Patriots are getting. You're not getting Caleb. You're not getting Caleb. No, you're not getting Caleb.
There ain't no black on black crime and Black History Month, bro. And you keep just,
Bo
Okay,
Nix,
well-
you are a Las Vegas Raider.
Hey, chill.
I'm an Oakland Raider. I'm not.
Dude, speaking of black on black crime, what about Usher hugging up on Alicia Keys?
Yo, they already got memes, cuz that's crazy. Y'all see what Justin Timberlake did, so as long as the titty ain't come out, we good.
Right? But how Swiss feel about that? Swiss Beats got to be like that. You might have to. Might have to have your people see Usher. I don't know.
He said,
You know, Usher, what you doing, bro? It's me. Yeah, no, absolutely, no, that's crazy.
Wheezy.
I
All
think
time
it was
great.
part of
Wheezy
the
verse.
song. I don't think it was it's like part of the song, part of the performance. I don't think it was nothing personal. But at the end of the day, y'all see what Usher been doing to y'all girls in Vegas at his show. So like, come on, son.
Well,
did
he was getting them women loose.
Did it to Alicia at the
You
Super
got
Bowl.
Brandon's
That's
pants
crazy.
wet at 2 p.m. today. He had the group chat. It was crazy. I said, damn. You got me thinking that I fell asleep. Like,
We did have a lot of Usher talk. We had a lot of Usher talk in the group chat. We might
Usher
have
did
more
nothing wrong. Usher did nothing wrong. I
Usher
don't
did his
care.
thing. Usher did his thing. No lovers and
When he
friends.
talking about winning, bruh.
No,
You fuck
no lovers and friends.
He ended it with though, which I called.
Yeah,
We did. We
did.
jokingly called that. Caught up. None of us had caught up. I don't think.
I did say
was
caught
that
up.
problem.
I told you. I feel like I wanted him to play that. I think he was just going to do the hook, though. I didn't know it was going to be like that. I thought he was going to do a lot of medleys because he has like 20 hits. Go into Oh My God and go crazy.
yeah, no, it was a very good performance. It's one of the better one in recent memories. I really like Beyonce's in 13. I like the West Coast one. I thought that one was good
Was
too.
that 13?
I believe it was 13 because I think I
That
looked
was the
through.
Ravens.
It was Raven. It was
When the lights went
Candlestick
out.
because it was Beyonce. Yeah,
He had Jermaine Dupri up there looking like a private school kid.
yeah, absolutely. But no, I thought that Usher's was like top 5 in the last like 20 years for sure. I would have to go through and just remember all of them, but like the ones that come off the top of my head right now are the Beyonce one 2013, the West Coast one I liked a lot. Rihanna's last year was actually pretty good too. So
I like the weekend.
The-
one, to be honest with y'all.
the Weekend was decent. Bruno's was good. I mean, Bruno, yeah, so Bruno's was solid too. So there's definitely been some good halftime acts, but Usher killed it. Absolutely killed it. I don't know what winning's talking about, but
And the guests he had too, hers guitar solo.
yeah, no, he was, no, it was
Her
her.
killed that. She bodied that. God damn.
She's so talented. She is so talented. My goodness.
Oh my God,
But-
talk about it.
And she,
Even though
and
she's
she's
a
got a
plant.
jump shot.
Even though she's
Oh yeah, she does have a jumper.
If she's a plant, she's the GOAT plant. If that's the
yo,
case.
she was on Maury when she was like fucking 8 years old. I'm sorry for cussing. She was on Maury when she was like 18 years old. You know, like kids with talent. Maury.
He said that like we got censors. You can cuss as much as you want.
Nah, I'm just saying that to I got fans up here. You know, I got the Cotty gang and shit. You know what I mean? They got
He said sorry for cussing as if he didn't say it 5 times.
Yeah, as 15. Oh God. Well, do you guys have anything else at all, or we ready to?
He's the GOAT! Patrick Mahomes is the
I'm
GOAT!
gonna listen. He says that I'm gonna cut it off shortly. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that.
I got just like a general question. If you had to pick 2 teams in the Super Bowl next year, who would it be? Just kind of like a early, like,
Very early prediction.
Repeat.
yeah.
Do you have a repeat?
I want repeat. No, I really want Lamar to get there, to be honest. But I need to see Kyle Shanahan in here. I need Kyle Shanahan with a win. I need George Kittle with a win. I need like just said, Fred like Wagner. Like I said early on in the earlier pod. Like they deserve. They got people on their team that deserve this dub. MTM deserved his dub. He did not do nothing wrong. Brock Purdy played a great game. Did not do nothing wrong. Kyle Shanahan even called a good call. Like y'all didn't really do nothing wrong. You just went against the motherfucking goal.
In the NFC, as of this moment in time, I think I actually would have to put the 49ers because I don't trust Dallas. I don't trust Philly. Don't know what's going on there. Then the Lions, I don't know. Maybe the Lions are interesting, and then the Packers, I don't know if they can take that big of a step. And then like the other teams are just kind of like up in the air. So I'd have to say in the NFC, it'd have to be the Niners for me. The AFC, it would be between the Chiefs and Bengals.
Yeah, there's 3 teams in the AFC.
I don't know how the Ravens are going to come back off of this loss. I don't know if it's going to be one of those things because like everything was right on the table for them, and then so I would probably say rematch is definitely on the board or 49ers Bengals for me.
I would like that.
I think so too. I think people kind of forgot how good Joe Burrow is because, like, if you look at this year, even at the beginning of the year when he had that hand injury, like he wasn't healthy at all this year. And they're probably going to have a younger running back in there. They're probably going to get some guys on defense. So I would think it would be them and Kansas City.
Yeah.
And then San Francisco probably. I don't really see anybody beating San Francisco in the NFC.
Yeah,
Not
I think
right
Joe has that fire in him. He's pissed at Patrick one. And I just feel like he might sling the rock next year like nobody's seen. And you still y'all been drafting well. And then like you said, if they just get another running back, because Joe Mixon, he cool, but he ain't it. But if they get somebody else that could take some load off him, I think that you playing with fire. I think that's a real good dynamic.
Kyle, how about you?
I hear you with the Bengals. I hear the Bengals' confidence. But very early on, I mean, they have a chance to lose T. Higgins. And I actually think the Ravens have a higher upside with the injuries they endured, with how far they made it. I think they still have room for improvement, which is scary because they were statistically the best team in the league. So I'm going to say Ravens.
Okay.
And then
You said Raiders? That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. Yeah. Oakland Raiders. Vegas Raiders. Keep calling them Oakland. But I kind of want to lean Rams. I think the Rams would be one of the bigger threats to the Niners. Think about that division now. You don't really know what you're getting from the Seahawks. Cardinals are still obviously on their way up. So I think they're going to get a run there in that division. But I really do think the Niners are going to be motivated. I don't see them falling off a cliff here. So if their real rivalry next year is going to be, the Rams, and that's going to be like the neck and neck all season, and then who knows what you get out of the NFC East, I'm going to give the edge to the Niners right now. So we'll say Ravens-Niners rematch because I think it's in Louisiana again next year at the Superdome. So we'll get a rematch of the Beyonce Bowl maybe next year.
That'd be dope.
That would be.
Let me do this then. Everyone give me a halftime prediction for next year. Who's the halftime performer?
Taylor Swift.
Oh, dang. So you saying the Chiefs is going right back then? That's the only way Taylor will get to perform if the Chiefs is there.
Swift.
Branndon, Kelce, the Chiefs, Travis Swift is going to be lit.
How about you, Branndon?
I honestly could see it being Taylor Swift. Like, I could
Makes sense.
definitely, like, especially with how much money that she made the NFL this year. Like, I could easily see them double backing on that and having her do the halftime show next year.
1,000%.
Absolutely. I got T Swift.
You know what I got? I got Miley Cyrus and Luke Combs, baby. We gonna do that.
Let's go.
Hey, low key, Miley actually has the hits for it.
No, Miley
She
absolutely.
could give you 15
She's
songs,
not
right?
giving us a Super Bowl performance though.
Miley
Who
absolutely.
you got though? Who you got though, Duke?
If I'm really being honest, what we do? We just did Usher. Who was the year before? Was it?
Rihanna.
Rihanna. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I was gonna say one of them. So we've been hanging on that thing. Jay-Z's on the board. We might get a Drizzy one. To be honest with y'all, Drake might do it.
In that same vein, though, I said it was in Louisiana, so I'm going with
Oh no, it's in
Weezy
Louisiana.
F.
Weezy F baby.
Lil
You already
Wayne,
said it.
F.
Lil Wayne,
Yeah.
yeah.
Give me Weezy F
Yep.
next year.
Absolutely. So Taylor
Weezy
Swift or
F,
Lil
baby.
Wayne?
Weezy F featuring Taylor Swift.
It might drop, yo. Don't play like that. I don't want to hear that. We're gonna get Kanye vultures all next year. Chill, bro.
Any quick first impressions of that? Because I haven't heard it.
Weezy F T Swift baby.
Y'all heard Vultures?
Yes.
I listened to a little bit of it today.
What's your first impressions?
It's different. There's a couple of good songs on there. I haven't really given it like a thorough listen. I'll finish. I'll have a firm opinion on it come tomorrow or Tuesday. But it's different. Like I don't love it, but I don't hate it so far.
Okay, and we're allegedly
I listened
getting
to
two
it
more
for
versions
like
of it. Who knows?
a month, so I was happy that there was like probably like 7 songs that I didn't get to hear. But beautiful big titty butt naked women don't fall out the sky, you know. It's cool.
There we go. That's the type of music I want to hear.
Absolutely.
Have you heard it?
No, not at all.
I'm listening to it on my flight back tomorrow, so I'll give you maybe a review on Thursday. You guys are welcome to join us on Thursday to preview All-Star Weekend. What a pivot that will be from postseason NFL.
Wow. Ant-Man's still MVP?
We'll talk about it. God doesn't seem to want us to talk NBA, but I don't think he has any choice.
Yeah, no, not anymore.
Because he's the GOAT. That's why he's the GOAT.
Yep, this was the Warner Brothers podcast. I appreciate everybody listening here. Thank you, Super Bowl clear, quick reaction addiction. Mahomes not the GOAT. I'll see you guys. We'll all see you in the next one.
Like a man.